Do you ever feel like there just aren't enough hours in the day? Or maybe you find yourself endlessly scrolling through your to-do list, feeling overwhelmed and just wishing you could be more productive with the time you have. Sound familiar? You're not alone. And that's exactly why I'm here today. In this video, I'm going to share 10 time management tips that can truly transform your day-to-day life. These aren't just random tips. They're strategies that I've picked up from some of the best books and productivity experts around, so grab a notebook, get comfortable, and let's dive in. 1. You control your time. Let's start with a concept that might just change how you see your day. You control your time. Now, I know some of you are thinking, but I have a job, kids, responsibilities. And that's true. But how you prioritize and approach those responsibilities is entirely up to you. This idea comes from the book The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Covey talks about the circle of influence and the circle of concern. We often focus on the things we can't control, like what time the kids have soccer practice, or that our boss scheduled a last-minute meeting. But if you focus on what you can control, like how you spend your time in between those responsibilities, you'll feel empowered and way more productive. So here's an exercise. Think of one thing you don't have time for. Write it down. Next to it, write, I'm choosing not to prioritize this right now. This small shift in language makes a big difference. When you say you're choosing not to do something, you acknowledge that you have control over your time. 2. The hell yes or no rule. This tip comes from a simple but powerful book by Derek Sivers called Hell Yeah or No. The concept here is straightforward. If an opportunity doesn't make you say hell yes, then it's a no. This is especially useful for people who find themselves saying yes to everything, only to get overwhelmed later. When you're offered a new task, a project, or even a social invitation, ask yourself, does this truly excite me? Does it align with my goals? If not, politely decline. You'll find that by focusing on things that truly matter to you, your productivity naturally increases. 3. Setting a daily highlight. I love this one. In Make Time by Jake Knapp John Zeratsky, they suggest setting a daily highlight. This means picking one thing, just one. That's the most important or satisfying task for the day. This single focus keeps you from feeling overwhelmed by a huge to-do list. And the best part, you get a sense of accomplishment every day. Here's how it works each morning. Decide what your highlight will be. Ask yourself, if I only accomplish one thing today, what would make me feel proud then? Make it your mission to complete that highlight no matter what else happens. On days when you're tired or low on energy, pick a highlight that's achievable, like reading a few chapters of a book you've wanted to start. On days when you're feeling ambitious, tackle something big. The important thing is that your daily highlight helps you feel fulfilled at the end of each day. 4. Time blocking for productivity. Let's talk about time blocking. This is a technique made famous by Cal Newport in his book Deep Work. The idea here is to assign specific blocks of time on your calendar for different activities. It's like budgeting your time the way you budget your money. Start by looking at your calendar and blocking off time for each task. Maybe you spend an hour in the morning on focused work. Then block out some time for meetings, emails, and smaller tasks in the afternoon. And don't forget to block out time for breaks too. By scheduling specific times for tasks, you're less likely to get sidetracked. It also helps you see where you're spending your time and identify any distractions or inefficiencies in your day. This way, you're making sure the important stuff gets done first. For example, from 9 to 10 a.m., maybe you block off time to answer emails. From 10 to 12, you work on that big project. By time blocking your day, you're giving every task a purpose and a time to get it done. 5. Leverage Parkinson's law with deadlines. Ever heard of Parkinson's law? It states that work expands to fill the time available for its completion. So if you give yourself all day to finish a task, it will probably take all day. But if you give yourself an hour, you'd be amazed at how quickly you can get it done. Create artificial deadlines for yourself. If you have a task that could take 3 hours, set a timer for 2. you'll naturally work more efficiently because you've created a sense of urgency. Here's a pro tip: try using a method like the Pomodoro technique for smaller tasks. Set a timer for 25 minutes, work intensely, then take a 5-minute break. Repeat this a few times, and you'll be shocked at how much you can get done. 6. Protected your time. Protected time is the ultimate productivity hack. In Essentialism by Greg McKeown, he talks about the importance of creating space in your schedule that's just for you. Time where you're unreachable and where no one can disturb you. If mornings work best for you, block out the first few hours of each day. Use this time to focus on the most important tasks without interruptions. Treat it like an appointment with yourself. No meetings, no calls, no distractions. Protected time is especially valuable for creative work or deep thinking. It's time you can use to brainstorm new ideas, plan out big projects, or work on your personal goals. By giving yourself this uninterrupted time, you're not only increasing productivity, but also reducing stress and burnout. 7. Delegation and automation. Sometimes the best way to save time is to let someone else do it. If you're swamped with tasks that don't require your specific skills, delegate. For example, think of things like data entry, simple design work, or even social media management. You could hire a freelancer for one-off tasks. But delegation isn't just about people, it's about automation too. When you automate and delegate, you're freeing up time for the things that only you can do. Use that extra time to focus on high-value activities that drive your goals forward. 8. Fixed schedule productivity. In Digital Minimalism, Newport talks about having a fixed work schedule and sticking to it. This means setting clear start and end times for your workday and committing to not working outside those hours. If you know you're only working from 9 to 5, you're more likely to be efficient within those hours. You'll also feel better about stopping at the end of the day rather than letting work creep into your evenings. This approach forces you to be creative with your time management and helps prevent burnout. Here's an example: set a rule for yourself to stop working at a specific time, say 6 p.m. This might mean cutting down on meetings, automating certain tasks, or even saying no to some projects. But the benefits: more personal time and a clearer work-life balance. 9. Audit and reward yourself. Every week, take a few minutes to audit your time. Look back on your calendar and see what went well and what could have gone better. Did you spend too much time on certain tasks? Were there distractions that pulled you away? This reflection is like a mini checkup on your productivity. And don't forget to reward yourself. Celebrate your wins, big or small. Treat yourself to something you enjoy, whether it's a fancy coffee, a movie night, or just some time off. Rewards help reinforce positive habits and make it easier to stick to your time management goals. 10. End your day with satisfaction. Finally, let's talk about ending each day with a sense of accomplishment. Productivity isn't about squeezing every second out of your day. It's about doing what matters. So at the end of the day, take a moment to appreciate what you've achieved. Choose to feel satisfied. Maybe you didn't get everything done, but if you tackled your daily highlight and stayed focused, that's a win. By ending each day with gratitude, you'll be ready to start the next day fresh and motivated. And there you have it, 10 powerful time management tips to boost your productivity and take control of your day. Remember, the key to productivity is intentionality. It's not about doing everything, but about doing what matters most. If you found these tips helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more content on productivity, and leave a comment with your favorite tip, or let me know what time management strategies work for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.